Evening, boys and girls. TMA Sunday Night Live, where you choose the topics. We will discuss them. I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Moutinho. The Turkish immigrant's back next week. Darren's having technical difficulties. It's a StreamYard thing. Sometimes it mucks about. So I know I'm messaging Darren. So Darren, honestly, mate, if you manage to watch this bit, don't worry, it does happen sometime. Right, okay, we've got a couple of tasty topics. We've got the segment later as well, which very good Sunday for the Hornets, but I'll let Moobs share that later on as well. But as always, we're in association with the former Watford Football Club, Former Players Club, fronted by the man himself, Watford's favourite son, Luther Blissett, and Pricey Neil Price, 1984 Watford FA Cup final left back. Head over to Facebook and search TaylorMade for Community. So big shout as always to them. So let's get straight on to a couple of tasty topics, Moves, for you to digest. So it's always nice, mate. So I'll let you get your teeth into those ones, mate. So go on, Cena. Let's get cracking with the knacking. Right, mate. Mr. Dan of Brown, the legend as always, he says, does the cancellation of the give us your money for nothing scam mean a sale is looking closer? That is the best one you could name it. Really good. But yeah, look, the scheme raised, was it just over 3.5, didn't it? And they're giving all the money back now, so it's it's like, I want to buy a TV, Mum. Oh no, sorry, I can't now. I need to give the money back, sort of thing, isn't it? So look, what's your all seriousness, mate? What's your thoughts on that?
I think the whole scam, not scam, that's a scam. Then the whole it felt like it, to be honest. Good evening, Chris. Hello. Yes, I'm all doing very well, thank you, sir. The way I look at it, it was, it was dead in the water from the word go. No one, it could well be. We've got to ask the prison what's going on.
Exactly.
I wasn't a fan of it when it first got announced, and I don't think there was one supporter that was in favour of this when it got announced. And quite frankly, they've done the right thing. They've closed the book on it. They've shut it down. Is it one step closer to the club getting sold? Well, we simply don't know. I'm not too sure on that one. I think they've just decided that no one else is going to take up any interest in it from the supporters side of it. And they've just basically gone, well, give people their money back, which is the right thing to do. Actually, for once, the club have actually done something right to give people their money back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where that's where I stand on that one. But whether the club's being sold, I don't know. There could still be interested parties. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, that's what Woody said. Once bitten, twice shy. I think it was only the younger generation, like myself, obviously, invested. Us old guys, I'm not putting myself in that bracket. Me and Moobs are down with the kids, so we're part of the new generation, obviously. Some of that, mate.
Yeah, some of that.
Us old guys remember the last time. Yeah, I do remember that, mate. All jokes aside, that didn't go well. But yeah, I'll get a few comments out as well, mate, and then I'll add my 50p. Yeah, like you said, big massive shout out once again. Moves already said it, but big shout out once again to Chris. Woody, hi guys, hi everyone. Halsey saying sounds like Dino in solitary confinement again. Like Moob says, we've got to confirm that. He's on the chat at the moment, so I'll try and confirm it for you. Mr. Higgins, evening, mate. He says, evening, boys. Supported this club for donkey's years. Saturday was a shit show. Fuck's sake, Oxford. We are clueless. Clebs has no A or B plan. Lovely boy, but TikTok is on. Well, Trump tried to ban. Trump actually lifted the ban because it was going to be banned. So certainly is, mate. Woody, like I say, once bitten, twice shy. We've already read that, but cheers, Woody. Cheers, mate. Woody with the emojis. You're not that old after all, Woody. You got the emojis out, mate. So you know how it's going down, mate. You know how it's going down.
Keep going down with it.
Going down, not on it, but with it. We are a mid-table championship team now. Why would anyone want to invest? That's from Hull's evening, mate. Mr. Higgins, Newcastle gave fans scars for their cup final. Today, shit show Watford. Excellent, mate. Next up, scarves, you bitches, scarves. We've been shit away from home most of the season. We can't travel for some reason. I find it better by train, but it's obviously a train line, mate. There's an option.
Exactly.
But yeah, look, we like Woody said, we've had this before. There was lots of doubters before it happened. We've certainly proved right with this because they've just not done anything with it. They haven't. I mean, even if it was 3.5 million, I mean, at least spend it on a player. That was I thought that was the whole premise of doing it. It's to help us invest in the future. They obviously haven't spent it because they're giving it back.
Exactly.
So
it does beg the question: what did they want it for in the first place? If if you're handing the money back, then to me something's not right with it.
No, exactly. I think Dave put something up. I'll shout that in a minute. But yeah, look, that's pretty much nailed on with that, boys and girls. If you can, throw out another. We've got a topic lined up right now. But if you want to throw out any more, I know Dave's slipped into my DMs and he's given me a topic as well. Oh, he always does, mate. He loves it. So do I, to be fair. I've got a friend now. Brilliant. I've got a friend. Woo, friend. Right. Oh, friend, Watford friend. Right, Mr. Nick Reynolds. Cheers, Nick, for the topic, mate. He says, do we accept yet again that promotion, whilst mathematically possible, that was a mouthful for me, mate. Not for the first time. It's most likely not going to happen. How many of this current squad do we believe will still be at the Vic next year, so 2026? Go on, mate. I'll let you take that.
I think, yet again, we've shot ourselves in the foot. It's correct, Dan. I think everyone agrees. I think everyone can agree on that one. Look, there's two out of 3 games we've lost in the last 7 days. Those 2 defeats shouldn't have been 2 defeats. We have shot ourselves in the foot. Because if you put those 6 points on the board, that's actually us in the playoff places. But I think now we've got. I think everyone's got to start accepting that we're not going to get in the playoffs. And it's just a case of let's start thinking about next season. I don't. What I mean by that is, I'm not saying suddenly start putting all the youngsters in because that's not the right thing to do. There's still plenty of points on offer. Maybe the last 2 or 3 games of the season, maybe some youngsters might be given a chance. But yeah, but Woody, what you've got to look at now is, we are in serious trouble with it, is our goal difference. We are still minus goal difference. And if a playoff place comes down to goal difference, we're not going to get it. It's as simple as that, because we can't seem to overturn this goal difference. When you see teams are scoring goals for fun and improving theirs, we're going the opposite direction, and we can't. You can't do that. So yeah, for me, unfortunately, I think but Halsey, if you get the money, you suddenly become more financially stable. That's the thing. There's ifs, buts, and maybes, a lot of it, but sometimes you got to think you just take the money and run. We saw what Norwich did. Pretty much what Dan's saying there. I think the bulk of our squad will still be here next season. That I do believe. I reckon there's about 3 players that could get sold in the summer. I think we're going to have to seriously brace ourselves if it happens. But hopefully, if anyone, you know, if we do get taken over, things could be different. But if we do sell players in the summer, and I can think of the 3 that could easily get sold, how much of that money gets reinvested and how much of it gets put on wiping the debt out of the club? That's the worrying thing, because otherwise, if you do sell 2 or 3, then and you don't reinvest, then we're going to struggle like hell.
Yeah, I think loser and Dave will probably go. Obviously, I don't want them to go, but we know that in order to keep the debt down to a minimum, we're going to sell at least 1 star, or as we call star name. Dave will probably be the first one to go. Loser. That's pretty much our most of our attacking and threat there. We've got Incy for another season, which I'm glad actually, because I've in 2 minds as he signed an extension, but yeah, he's here next season. But we've got, like I said, another game or so. We've got to start playing the kids, play 2 or 3 of the kids, at least give them half an hour of cameos every single game, and bring them on and just say, look, we're not getting relegated, we're not going up. Let's at least do that. And then we've got them. They've had at least 5 or 6 games, a bit like Ryan Andrews had a couple of seasons ago. You get in a pre-season, they're already, not say established, but they're already got their foot in the door. And then it's much easier to integrate them. I mean, I'm not a coach. There's a reason why Tom's Watford manager and I'm not. But that's how we're looking from the outside, obviously. I'll get a few comments out here. Straight to the point, Woody, we are shit. That's from Higgins. I love Stuart. He's always down to the point. Fair play, mate. Like you've already shouted out, mate, and I'll shout out once again if you don't mind. He said, I'd rather they spend 3.5 million on a player. We'd get 70% of a buyer. Yeah, no, absolutely. Melanie, yesterday, you can see the emojis there, but today, good times, absolutely. Definitely, that's brilliant comment. We are Woody. You got a very good point there. We have to hope, as it's still mathematically possible. It have to be until it's possible, obviously. No, I agree with you, Woody. Richard, who's on the evening shift today, massive Watford fan that works with me. I think he's watching. He's obviously got no work if he's definitely watching. He must be bored if he's watching this. But no, if Rich is there, hello, Rich. Me and him have been talking about this yesterday and today, that he's more in the camp that we've still got a chance. I always cling on hope until it's mathematically impossible that we can do anything. But yeah, I'm looking more to next season now and see if we can just bed a couple of youngsters in, and Nabitsa being one of them. Espan as well. I think he's a really good player. I think those 2 definitely need to start getting more minutes. And Greavesy, when he comes back, we've got either he's going to play or you get rid of him. Obviously, I don't want him to go, but he's one in the summer that this is the make or break. For Greavesy, I think the experience up in Scotland has done him wonders, and I think now it's his time. Either let him think or sell him, let him go up Scotland, because I think he'll do brilliantly up Scotland, or try and get him a lower German club, because you see all these English players going to Germany, even Division 2 German football. It'd be great experience for him. I think go on, mate.
Just on the subject of Greaves, I think last summer he was actually linked to go over to Germany. I think there was a club, and we convinced him to stay. I don't know if that was Klebs having something to do with it. But we have. You're right. He needs to be given a chance. Because if he is that good, then we've got to play him. If he's not good enough, then we're gonna have to sell him. I think that's I think they're getting to a crossroads stage, and they've got to make the right decision over it.
Yeah, exactly. I hope Loser will stay if given the captaincy. Yeah, and also just that was change the subject there, mate. But yeah, no, I completely agree. I completely agree with your moves. They need to make a decision on him and a few the other kids because we've got some exciting youngsters coming through. It's the best crop we've had in all 25, 30 years, to be fair. The amount of potential first team players there is, yeah, if we can nurture at least 2 or 3 of them, then that's money saved straight away. It should be known as a breeding farm for the first team, pretty much.
Exactly.
Like I say, we're glad. I mean, with a much better chance of having young players coming through because Clev's his head coach than say Val, because Val wasn't there. He doesn't know the kid. Like Duncan said, you've said, he knows the kids that have come through. So there's more of a pathway now. So I think there'll be less chance losing these kids now than we have done the last 3 or 4 seasons. But yeah, like you said, with Greaves especially, there's a tipping point now. And I hope the tipping point is in starting more games in the first team. Yeah, so like Melanie says, I hope Loser will stay if given the captaincy. Dan, he says he'll be desperate to get rid of Loser's wages. Yeah, he's on a lot of money, to be fair. He's one of the top earners. Barr's injury could keep him with us for a bit, and Shaq's sale may be delayed because he's been shit recently. Yeah, every cloud, mate. Higgins, the team of bottlers, no passion, no desire, no team at all. Melanie, they won't start the youngsters until after the Youth Cup. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, the last 4 or 5 games, then they have to start them. But yeah, no, you said that yesterday, Melanie, but I completely 100% agree with that. You don't want to risk them. We are not in a relegation battle, which many doomongers forecast, absolutely, especially on X. Let's enjoy the rest of the season, especially if the airport team land a league below next season. I met Caden on Wednesday as well. It was lovely saying hello to Caden, so that was good. Face to the name. Happy Paddy's Day for all tomorrow. Cheers, Stuart. And Woody's seconded that as well. He's a lovely lad. Stuart, I fought you for it. Potatoes. Fuck us. Right, enough of this Father Ted banter. Stuart says, oh, it is, mate. It's arse biscuits. Collectively, I'll pass on the lottery numbers in time. Playoffs, feck off. Stuart. I think it's so. I could see the side of Stuart's coming from, because it's a damn sight better season than we had last season. There's more hope than what we had under Val, but yeah, it's kind of tailing off now. I think a lot of people have predicted this, that we've had our little moment in the sun at the start of the season, and it's we're pretty much where we should be in terms of squad depth and squad quality. But if we can keep the likes of Barr, obviously bring on Vatter a bit more now. I mean, the guy's fit; he needs to be playing now. That's the only thing that frustrates me with Tom, mate, is he's not playing Vatter. Cool, mate, I'll let you talk.
I've got to be honest. From the murmurings I was hearing at Swansea on Wednesday, something's happened behind the scenes with Vatter. Something's gone wrong. I don't know if there's an attitude problem, but it sounds like someone's had a falling out somewhere and it's not gone down well. So I think that's why he's getting benched so much, because Cleverley is not happy with him. So obviously, if there is something going on, then it's personal and they're trying to deal with it. But yeah, Vatter needs to start. But the only downside with Vatter at the moment is, and a lot of people have highlighted this, right, he does struggle with his tracking back. He does struggle, and at times that's that's been costly. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen another. But when I saw him come on against Swansea, I was not overly impressed with him on Wednesday. I don't know if he did. Did he come on yesterday at all?
I don't remember. My stream was flickering, which is probably a blessing in disguise, to be fair. It's probably the internet was doing me a favour there. It was trying to cut it off for me, so that was money well spent. No, yeah, I don't know, mate. I think people enlighten us on that. But yeah, no, I think it was a lot of frustration from him. But then he should be running his bollocks off, and they should have put one of the kids on. To be fair, if need be, but I was screaming for Vata to come on. But I think, I think you're right, mate. There's obviously something gone behind the scenes, because Vata would be starting every game if that was so, because you wouldn't be playing a false nine. He did, exactly. By the way. Hornet, sorry to interrupt, mate. Hornet 1881, cheers, mate. Said yes, he did.
He did come on, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just finding it. Yeah, no, Melanie, you're totally right, and it's just like I say, it's murmurings, but it's the fact that when Vata was on the bench and he was playing well, he was getting like half an hour or more. Now it's less than like 15 minutes. So, yeah, exactly, Dan. Exactly that. So there could be a little problem that needs to be ironed out.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, mate. That's probably what it is, mate.
Yeah, and I think, hopefully, well, I'll tell you what. Now we've got the international break. Hopefully, some of them get a little reset. And then come back again for the last little bit, and let's have a strong finish to the season if we can. That's it.
Just say season's over. Yeah, just say season's over, mate, and just say, right, here's the 6 games or 7 games or whatever. Say, right, forget the season. Let's just see how many wins we can get from these 7 games. Don't think of playoffs. Yeah. We're staying up. Don't think of the playoffs. Just go for these wins and see if, like you said, finish the season the best way we possibly can.
Yeah, exactly. 100%, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, nice one, Roy. Thank you very much today, sir. Appreciate that. More on that shortly.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. But yeah, this is in the 8th. Yeah, Billy Crouch. Yeah, in the 84th minute, far too late, far too late. And you know when that's it's clear as daylight. I've got to be honest, Georgie's knackered. And technically, in a way, you've got a suitable replacement in Vata who could come and have some game time, but they only want to give him, like what I've been saying, less than like 15 minutes max. It just does not make any sense anymore. So
yeah, but they can't blame Ramadan on that, can they? Because Georgie won't be in Ramadan, would he? So
no, but to be fair, Georgie's pretty much started every game this season. That's probably where he's Scottish heritage or something, Stuart.
Yeah, but what is he? Partly Slovakian, is he? Because his dad used to play for Celtic.
Yeah, something like that.
Is it Slovakian or someone correct me, boys, the girls?
I'm sure it's Slovakia. I think you've just got it spot on. I think it's Slovakia.
It's definitely around that region.
Yeah, but he plays for Republic of Ireland under 21s.
He plays for Ireland.
Yeah.
We can play for 3 or 4 countries, can't he? Obviously Scotland. He can play for Scotland. He can play for his dad's, obviously, mother country, and Ireland.
He can play for Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, I know he's Republic of Irish. No, but we would think about what his dad. That's a question. What his dad's nationality is, because I know obviously he wasn't Irish.
I'm sure he is Slovak. I think you got it right. He's Slovakian. His dad's Slovakian or Slovenian. It's something around Eastern Europe.
Turns out he's Welsh. We're well off. It's in Europe. It's European.
Yeah. He's got a passport.
Yeah, he's got a passport. There we go. Yes. Spot on. I knew I'd get it right. Jesus. God, damn your football trivia. Who wants to play for Scotland? Oh, not me, mate. Hands down. Well, hands down who likes me. Hands up who likes me, innit? From young ones. Put your hands down.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Who wants to play for Scotland? Not many at the minute. They all keep getting injured. Probably still in Ramadan.
I think it's end of the month, isn't it? Because I haven't had a clue. So I know a couple of guys in work are obviously doing Ramadan, and I'm completely stupid to what the thing. It's the whole month, isn't it?
Yeah, it's normally a whole month. It's never longer than that because it's it can affect the body quite badly. I think if you keep doing it. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one, I think. But yeah, let's hope, like I say, after they come back from the international break, hopefully. He's Albanian. Well, he's.
I've got Europe right, didn't I? So he's European.
Oh, that's class. That's class. I like it.
It should be, yeah. Fuck's sake. We've got one of the guys at work. He absolutely, whenever we message him, we've got donuts. He runs straight away, and we go, "I know you're in Ramadan, but we've got donuts." And he's like, "Bastards!" He's like, complete bastards because we're buying all the donuts now. He's been waiting for weeks, and now he's in Ramadan. We're buying all the cakes and everything.
I'll tell you what. As soon as it finishes, stop buying them, and then say, "By the way, we heard you were getting them instead."
No, we just run out of money now. Yeah, we go. Oh, you fuck off to Tesco's. No, you take the piss out of it, but in terms of thing, it would affect anyone, even if you don't play football, especially if you're playing a sport with water intake and stuff like that. But I mean, it affects people when they're not actually playing a sport, but it must have some sort of detrimental effect. But like you said, international break, mate, we should get a few back as well, and then we can attack the last few games, can't we?
Exactly. I think I just had a thought actually. I think it might have been Dan's question earlier about players for next season. The one I don't think should be at the club next season is Ogbonna, because he's done absolutely sod all for the last few months. All he's done is get himself injured. And to be honest, I'd rather in the summer he gets shown the door, because that's just to me, that's been a pointless signing, really. I think he's been injured 3 times since he joined us. It's at least 2. I think he's one player that needs to be told to go. So,
it made sense at the time because we needed an experienced head like Sissoko and stuff. At the start of the season, it looked like a decent signing, but like you said, he's caught up with Danny Welbeck when he was at the club for the amount of injuries that he had.
Exactly.
Mr. Woody on here now. Well done, mate. Congratulations.
On here now. What?
I don't know what he's on, mate. If you can tell me, don't get sore. What happened to that Chelsea loanee? No, he's on the bench. Wiley's on the bench. Mr. Coyote himself. He's on the bench, isn't he?
Yeah, I think to me personally, I think I'm not sure they're in favour of him, because we saw against Millwall what he did. He was slow to get out to stop that cross, which led to their winning goal. I just, whether that's a match fitness thing, I don't know. But something tells me that they're not entirely happy with that one. So this is, it's not great, and I certainly wouldn't have him next season unless there was a significant improvement in him.
Well, he'd probably have a pre-season. We say, right, if Chelsea say you can have him for the season, he'll get a full pre-season with us, and then if he still comes back half cut, then you can fuck him off. If there's an automatic a give back, say, okay, we'll take him on loan for a season, but if he doesn't prove his fitness, then obviously come the first, let's say, 5 games into the season, so the match sharpness has come back, and he's still not at the peak level that we need him, then we can obviously bin him back off to Chelsea. But they've got another 40 players we can loan from them anyway, because they've got about 500 in the team, haven't they? Anyway. So
I was going to say, I did hear the other day they were being linked with another 2 midfielders, and I was like, seriously, another 2?
Yeah, you need at least 20 in the squad, mate. Come on, behave.
Exactly. And that's
cover those 2 midfielder positions.
I'll go and sign. Yeah, I'll be 20th choice. Yeah, fantastic.
The thing is, though, they always banged on about, I know, quickly get onto your segment. They banged on about Forest's one, but Forest let go about 15, 16 players in that summer. They got promoted and signed about, was it 20 odd players? So they only really signed 4 more players than they originally had when they think. So, but the worst, the one time I've seen so many, including what Chelsea have had, is Birmingham City back 30 years ago when Barry Fry was manager. He had he used about 40 in the squad that season, 40, 45 players made not debuts but played. That's the biggest I've seen since the Chelsea thing. But yeah, no, it's just, I mean, we should be able to loan a couple there. Will we be a loan club next season? Club skint debatable. It certainly is on a mass scale, mate.
I think, I think just on that one, I think what Wendover said last week, I think if Pozzo's still in charge, then I think you'd see quite a few loans. If we've got if we say if we have, and I reiterate, if we have new owners, then it could be a completely different story. But who knows? But I don't really see there being a problem. We get, don't make your whole team up of loans. Have like maybe 3 or 4 decent ones if you can.
Don't worry, Melanie, it's coming. That's why we haven't done it. Melanie, you haven't obviously watched this enough, have you? Because in about 2 minutes' time, we're going to be talking about it. That's what we said. We didn't want to spoil anything.
No spoilers. No
spoilers, Melanie.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Hold
on, you crazy person. We're doing that, and also Woody I'll give you the South Park result in between when he does the non-league as well. But yeah, anything else to finish up on those things, moves, before we go on the segment?
No, I don't think there is actually. I think we sort of covered all bases on it.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah. As always. Good evening. No, it's back from Woody. Jesus Christ, is that about a result? Is it? What's that about? No. Okay. I think Woody's got mixed up with something. Right. Yes. Hello, people, and welcome to another week. Welcome to another wonderful week where we have some news for you. And I'll tell you what, for the first time this season, and it's been a while since I've done this, but a certain thing is making a return. That's right. It is back, people. The non-league paper's back for the first time in God knows how many months. I actually managed to go and pick a copy up today. Great non-league paper. It fills you in with all the non-league results from every league in the non-league that there is. But I am gonna get the non-league stuff done quickly, and I say quickly because it's been a very, very bad weekend. If you are a supporter of Hemel Town and St Albans, it's not been a good weekend again. If you know what I mean. Basically, I was at one of these games yesterday, and the only good thing about it was the beer, because it was. Oh, Hitchin lost as well. Oh, blimey, it has been a bad one. Gordon Bennett. Right, so quickly, just rounding up very quickly, Hemel fans, you're going to be a bit disappointed. At least it's not me. Halsey, for you, that is going to reappear at some point, I promise. So yes, if you were one of the lucky ones to go all the way to Worthing yesterday with Hemel Town, it wasn't a great day out, was it? No, it wasn't. It was very bad. The only good thing about it was the alcohol involved and the laughter and the jokes in the stands, because Hemel were beaten 3-0 by top of the table Worthing. Indeed, it was a wonderful result, Stuart. I'm getting right onto that in a minute. Just hold on, people. Hold on, just for a couple more minutes. His Hemel got beat 3-0 yesterday down at Worthing against, like I say, top of the table team. Good performance from Worthing as well. Hemel just were not at the races yesterday. It's bad news if you're St Albans fans. I'll tell you what, I really do fear the worst for you guys. I don't want it to happen. Pidge will probably back me up on that, but it looks like the inevitable will happen now. St Albans fell to a derby defeat against Cheshire United by 1-0, and it leaves them a whopping 8 points from safety. And we're into the business end of the season now, and it doesn't look like it's getting any easier for them. And also, yesterday, Kings Langley fell to a 1-0 defeat at home to Leighton Town. So, there you go. You saw some other little results flash up. Bad day for Hitchin as well when they losing 2-1. But next weekend, people, we've got the international break. So you're probably thinking, what am I going to do on when there's an international break and I can't go and watch the Hornets? Well, it's quite simple. Next Saturday, next weekend, is National Non-League Day. Now, if you've not heard of National Non-League Day, basically what it is all the non-league clubs throw the doors open to all season ticket holders. And I reiterate this: all season ticket holders from the Football League. You go up there, you show your season ticket on the gate, and you should be let in for a discounted price. If the club that you're going to watch, especially the home team, are acknowledging National Non-League Day, and a lot of them are. So, big ones next week. For the first time in a long time, Pidge, you'll be shocked at this, Hemel are actually acknowledging National Non-League Day. So if you're a Watford fan and you want to go up there, take your season ticket. Stuart, that sounds quite alarming. Concerned about that. Hemel fans, next Saturday, not Hemel fans, Watford fans, if you're going to need a game to go to, St Albans are at home, Hemel are at home. Honestly, guys, you take your season tickets along, show them on the gate, you will get them for a discounted price. It is heavily advertised on social media at the minute, so please feel free to check it all out. It'll be great to get as many people down to non-league day as possible because it helps those clubs so much, and it really will boost the attendances. And like I say, without the Hornets playing, perfect tonic for a Saturday. So that's the non-league stuff done. Now let's have a little bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of cheer and good news, and because the amount of people that have been posting it's almost like a spoiler alert. Yes, today the girls were back in action finally. Feels like forever. Last weekend didn't have a game. This weekend they've come back into action. It was a brilliant day. They were finally at Vicarage Road for a game today, and it's been absolutely brilliant because they hosted Plymouth Argyle, but as in normal circumstances, there's only going to be one outcome. Yes, the Golden Girls ran out 5-0 winners. It should have been 8 or 9 today, but the girls decided to take their foot off the gas a little bit. The job was done fairly early on. 5 different goal scorers. Great to see everyone getting involved on getting in the score sheet. I've got to say a big well done to Lucy Leon, who is on a dual sign from Arsenal. She scored her first goal today for Watford. Cracking header for a centre-back as well. Yes, Woody, yes, in front of a record attendance of 2019, but I am still checking that out because I'm not entirely sure that's right. I've got to find out. But yeah, it was a wonderful day and great to see so many people down there. I really hope if it was your first women's game, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it encouraged you to come back again and watch the girls. Again because they loved it today. They loved seeing so many people there. I can confirm that we are going to be having another game at the Vic on April the 6th, I think it is, against Gwalior United. Oh my God, spoiler alert. What was the hashtag spoiler alert? Sorry, Mel. Did I do something I shouldn't have done? So we will be back at the Vic one more time this season. We were hoping it was going to be the last 2 home games as well, but they've only given us 1. Halsey, you need to get on a plane and come down, mate. So yes, so like I was saying, next weekend the girls are back in action. They have another league game. They are going to be making the trip. Now, don't get confused about this, but they are making the trip back to Oxford. Yes, we were at Oxford the other week for a rearranged league match with another team. This time we're going to Oxford to play Oxford. I know, confused. I certainly am. But yes, next Sunday, Watford, the ladies will be playing Oxford United women at Oxford City's Stadium. 2:00 kickoff. If you want to come down, Halsey, that'll be, but that's brilliant if you do, mate. It'd be great to see you. Please come down next Sunday as well to Court Manor Farm, I think it's called, home of Oxford City Football Club. That's where the game will be getting played. Be great to see as many people there as possible because we love it so much when the fans come out. The girls love it as well. They've enjoyed today massively. especially afterwards, meeting supporters, doing selfies, signing autographs, and everything else. So it's certainly been one heck of a day to remember. So please, if you're about next Sunday, come on down. And if you were there today, a big thank you. You were part of a record attendance, and we hope to see you again real soon. And if you want to know more about the women's stuff, are the fixtures always? Yes, unfortunately they are, Melanie, unless there is a request put in to have the games moved to a Saturday, but it doesn't normally happen because of pitch availability. They do have 1 or 2 midweek games per season, but it's unfortunately predominantly about 99% are played on a Sunday with a 2 o'clock kickoff. It's not great, it's not ideal, but it's just the way it's got to go until something can be changed on it. So yeah, and like I say, hopefully we'll see you next Sunday. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I was getting to that. I was doing this. I was on a 6-2. I would have taken Taylor to that game because she wants to go and see him. But I'll definitely try and see if we can get it to the next game. When did you say it was on again? When's the next game?
I believe it's April the 6th, Sunday, April the 6th, if that's right. Gwalia United, so Welsh, basically a Welsh team.
Yeah, it's Cardiff, isn't it? And it's Cardiff.
Basically the old Cardiff City team, the old Cardiff City women's team. So yeah, that's the next one, and then they finish with Ipswich down at Wealdstone. So it'll be a good one.
I think they've got 2 games in hand as well, haven't
they? Yeah, they got one's against it. One of them's the Ipswich one, that's getting played soon, and the other one is a midweeker with AFC Wimbledon. So that's an away game, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the table. I should have posted that up earlier, mate. Sorry, mate. Yeah, that's the table. That's all right.
So basically, I'll just quickly run it through so people
go
have
for
an understanding. As you can see at the minute, we've got Hashtag and Ipswich occupying the top 2 spots. We'd need an absolute miracle to get in to go top. Yeah, Harris and Turkish immigrants should be back in action next week. Fitness problems apparently. So yeah, the highest we can probably aim for is 3rd, maybe Gatecrash 2nd. Unfortunately, we can't. We can't win the league. You can already see in the loss column we've lost 4 games this season, whereas Hashtag and Ipswich have lost 1 and 2. Plus, you look at the goal difference there as well. Ipswich Town goal difference is absolutely insane. So that is how we stand with it. You know, it'd be great to get a few more wins, get over that 40, especially get over the 40-point barrier as well, which I think is very doable. So yeah, like I say, guys, if you are about on April the 6th, we just got to wait for all the ticket announcement to be made and everything. But Gwalia United, as far as we're aware, will be getting played at Vicarage Road. So keep your eyes on the socials for it, on every single social. And if you want to know more, come over to our group, Watford FC Women's Supporters Group on Facebook. Come join. We post loads, quite a lot up in there. And we've got Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, God knows what else. I lose track of all the social media things these days. I'm too old for it.
And the social media.
Yeah, and that as well.
No, honestly, guys, we've tagged it up in one of our announcements on the forum, so if you can get onto that as well. If I forget to do it, I'll sure Moobs will post up the link again. I'll try and do it tonight as well. So if you can't get onto the announcements on the forum, it will be on the news feed as well. So if you can get over there for the latest news, obviously we share as much as we can, but for the absolute latest news on all the teams, yeah, get on over to the supporters, Watford Women's Supporters Group as well. That's the place to get all your news from the women for the women's team and fan views as well. So that'd be absolutely brilliant, mate. Right, there's nothing next week. I'll let you finish moves in a minute as well. There's nothing next week, international break, so no shows next week. We will be back the following week. Yeah, sorry, moves, go on.
I'm just reading an article here. It's to do with Elton.
Yeah, go on.
It says here his eyesight has deteriorated so badly. I might as well say this because
yeah, go on, go for it, mate. Go on.
Legend. He signed autographs only with the first initial E, plus like a kiss thing on the end. Apparently his health sounds like it's not great. He's lost vision in his right eye, and his left eye is no longer the greatest.
God.
This has just come up.
Well then.
Yeah. He's saying it's kind of floored me, and I can't see anything. I can't read anything. I can't watch anything. Yeah, that don't sound good. That does not sound good at all.
Well, fingers crossed you can make some sort of recovery then.
Yeah. That did not look good.
That's temporary.
Yeah, that's just literally flashed on my phone. That was literally within 30 seconds. 30 seconds that was flashing on my phone. So
yeah, no worries, Melanie. Once I've sorted out, helped sort out the kids for school night, I'll get back on the computer and post up some links for you. I'll get some of the main links for the supporters thing, including the forum. If Moves hasn't beaten me to it on the TaylorMade Army forum before I sit down, I'll certainly do it for you tonight, Melanie. All right. So you're a member of go on the TaylorMade Army. If you haven't gone onto the Watford supporters forum, I will post that link as well. So get on TaylorMade Army forum, Melanie, if you're not on already, and I'll make sure all the links are posted up so you can join their forum as well. All right. Yeah, Moogs, you finish up, mate. Is there anything else? Obviously, we wish Elton all the best and hopefully speedy recovery in that.
No, I don't think there is really. Just thanks everyone for tuning in, and sorry you've had to part with just the two of us tonight.
Especially me. You're right. It's me.
Hopefully, we have the Turkish immigrant and Lieutenant Harris back in the building at some point.
Yeah, it's always you've been TMA. You've been beautiful. We've been TMA. It's good night from him.
It's good night from him.